Welcome back. Sorry again for not posting yesterday. I oh, sorry, I just farted. Yeah, I didn't post yesterday because I took a rest day. Um, I was a little short on time, but I could have made it to the gym. I decided not to because I took a nap and I woke up after my nap. And yeah, I was like, that's kind of late. But then as soon as I got up, my body started moving. I was like, what's wrong with my body? I must have slept weird. I don't know. It's because I sleep in my bed with my dog, so I'm always sleeping in an awkward position. Um, so I didn't post a video because I actually took a rest day. This is a voluntary rest day, not a rest day where I just didn't have time. So a lot of rest days recently, but I have never felt more physically tired, mainly because forcing myself to go to the gym at 11 or 12 at night and then having to get up in the morning for work, my recovery has been horrible. It has been horrendous. Um, Goes to show you, you need to get your proper amount of sleep in order to get recovery. Because if you don't recover, you can't go to the gym. Your body starts telling you, it starts to show you, like, hey, I'm in pain. That's why it's so important to get your sleep. Whatever your body requires, if it requires 6 hours, get your 6 hours. If it requires 10 hours, get your 10 hours. You need to get your sleep in order to, properly train, in order to recover, in order to lose weight, in order to gain muscle. It is essential for all aspects of cutting, bulking, maintaining, life in general, longevity. So don't take sleep lightly. Diet's important, sleep is important, movement's important. The gym is the least important of the four things that I just listed there. So yeah, we're here for arm day. And it is early in the morning. I'm trying to go early gym sessions now because it makes more sense to go to the gym early, go to work, and then just go to bed at a decent hour. Because I'm gonna try this out. It is 7 a.m. Earlier than I want. I don't really like to wake up this early. I woke up at 6. I am not a morning person. I don't know if you are. If you're a morning person, great. But I myself am not. It is nice that the sun is up, but if the sun isn't up and I'm up, I am not happy. I don't know how people can be happy doing that. But yeah, so we're going to try early morning gym sessions during the week because my schedule is pretty set. I start work at 10:30 every day. So I can get up every day at the same hour. It's crazy though, because depending on your job and how much you like your job and what your job is, when I would wake up at 6 in the morning for construction, I was in the worst possible mood. When I'm doing it working in a kitchen, I'm in a terrible mood, but it's nowhere near as bad as when I did construction. That was more like I would wake up and I'd just start swearing at the world. Now I just wake up and I'm like, all right, I got to go to the gym. At least I can go to the gym in the morning. I did have somebody ask me about, tips for a cut. I think he said he was 16. I don't really know like too many generalized, like I don't want to speak too broadly because I don't know his weight, his goals, his experience. Probably doesn't have much experience cutting at that age. But honestly, for bulking and for cutting, it's just patience. Patience is a big thing, and routine. Because the thing is, people get upset if they don't gain weight fast enough. Just make sure you're doing things properly. If you're gaining weight, doesn't matter how fast it is on a bulk. As long as you're gaining weight, you're doing something right. don't try to rush it and just start drinking cups of butter or something. Hopefully you don't do that in order to get your calories in. And when you're cutting, don't just fast for, a week because you feel like the weight's not dropping off fast enough. If you're losing half a pound, a quarter of a pound a week, great. And if you're gaining weight, okay, that's fine. Bad week. Next week will be better. Same thing with bulking. If you lost weight, whatever. Just get back on schedule. All right. Patience is key. Don't rush it, especially when you're losing weight. If you lose too much weight too fast, that does affect like loose skin. Although it depends more on how old you are and how your skin retention is. I'm a little older, so that's why I have so much loose skin. My stomach is covered in stretch marks. So yeah. And then routine. When you're 16, you're in high school. You can get a routine going. You wake up, you have your breakfast, you go to work. You go to school, you have your lunch. You can get 4 or 5 solid meals in a day if you're bulking. If you're cutting, same thing. Maybe you want to try intermittent fasting. Or maybe one key thing is getting your protein in. So get as much protein as possible in the morning when you have your breakfast. So like eggs. If you're on a cut, maybe some turkey or chicken bacon. Just get your protein in the morning. Protein oatmeal. That way it's not such a daunting task throughout the day. And then bring your own lunch, because school lunches usually aren't too high in protein. And they're not too healthy either. They're somewhat healthy, but it's a lot of calorie dense foods. And then eating out as well when you're in high school, same thing. Eating out's not the healthiest thing. I know you can get healthier versions of stuff, but it's a little too complicated. Make your own meals. That's what I got to say. And then figure out if you're going to go to the gym, whether you're going to go to the gym. Hopefully your school has a gym and you can work out after school or before school. Find a routine that works for you. It takes a lot of discipline to cut and to bulk, to do any of that stuff, to lose weight, to get, to bulk is to gain weight. But if you're just trying to lose weight, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of practice. And you'll have periods where you don't want to do it anymore. Or periods where right now, things aren't going well. This whole month has been a write-off. I've gained weight. I have not lost weight. But I'm not going to cry about it. Just going to get back on track. Hopefully today is the day I get back on track. I started bringing food to work. I just bring tubs of protein oatmeal to work. So I'll eat that after work. And then I get home and it's nighttime and I can just do some chores and relax and then go to bed. I'm trying to figure out a routine that works. But anyways, let's get in there for arms, biceps, triceps. Might skip out on traps, but I'm going to the gym again later tonight. So I'll probably hit my traps real quick if I have time. If not, I'm just going to go to bed. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a sec. Okay. So arm day means no real warm up. It's just some light reps of whatever exercise I'm going to do. So that's what I did. A few sets of tricep pushdowns. That's my tricep warm up. I don't really feel the need to do anything too extensive. All right, so we'll get started. I cut this muscle shirt. I'm also not happy with the way I cut it, but at least it doesn't show my nipples.
That's great. Awesome. So a lot of the times too, we're doing these pull-ups. Another way of training is we can start from up here, and then we can slowly lower ourselves. Stand back up. Slowly
You know what?
lower.
Let's move on to overhead tricep extensions. Alright, so when you're doing the overhead tricep extensions, I said like last time to make sure you go all the way back, the concentric portion. But also, don't let your elbows flare out too much. You want to try to keep them as tight together as possible. I mean, I feel it more in my triceps when I do that. Sometimes, ooh, look how goofy the setup is. Sometimes I forget and I let my elbows flare out a little too much. Alright, let's move on to biceps. Alright, moving on to biceps, the staple of alternating bicep curls. Yeah, don't really have much to say other than I like to do these slow and controlled, a more moderate weight instead of throwing around the 40s or the 45s and just kind of using my momentum a little bit. I like to go 35 and really control up, especially on the way down. Control it down, no swinging, except maybe the last few reps. Okay, so initially I was kind of unhappy with the cut of the shirt, but after you cut it, after, you know, an hour, a few whatever passes by, the edges start to curl, so it you know, tapers in a little bit, and I like the look more now. I think I'm happy with this. I think I know how to cut a muscle shirt now, hopefully. I'll try to replicate it again with another shirt. I'm going to run out of shirts. But also I need to, hopefully you gym rats, or soon to be gym rats, will understand the need to soak your shirts because they start to smell. Even after I work out, I'll rinse my shirts out in the sink before I go home, but they still smell. So I gotta soak them in like this detergent vinegar blend. Anyways, let's lift some weights. I didn't realize what time it was. And yeah, I might be in a little bit of a rush today. So I'm not really sure what my next exercise is going to be, but I'll do one more set here, move on, finish up on the next one. Okay, so I was going to do pre-jerk curls, but putting the weights on and taking them off and all that kind of stuff is a little too time consuming. And since I'm in a rush, I do like the cable curls. It's pretty much kind of like a preacher curl. It's not supported, but whatever. It's a quicker exercise. I'll get a good pump either way. Okay. Let's go get changed. All right. We have finished arm day. No traps. I got to get out of here. So let's check the pump and what's left of it. Okay. This side, triceps. How's it looking? Triceps don't look bad. Biceps, ooh, I do like the bicep there. Ooh, the tricep looks good on this side. It might be the lighting maybe, but it looks good on this side. Hopefully the camera picks it up. What's nice is that now when I flex and I look at my arm, it's not just, so when you're fat and you flex, your arm is just one big round blob.
When you lose weight, you actually see bumps. That's a nice feeling, right? To not just be overall round, the Michelin man. I used to consider myself like the Michelin man. I still consider myself to look like the Michelin man, but a little smaller. Like a Michelin man that started to go on a little bit of a diet, but hasn't reached his goal yet. Because that's me. All right. Arms done. I might be back at the gym later to do traps, but I'm not going to film it. I'll let you know in tomorrow's video whether or not I actually did it. It all depends on work. But I gotta go home. Sorry, to work, home. I wish I was going home. I just take a nap. But yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. And hopefully you're gonna go to the gym, get a good workout in. Maybe it's leg day. And if it's leg day, you're not skipping. Work out your legs. You don't want to look like a Gru. That's what it is. You don't want to look like Gru. Don't skip legs.